Hello everyone, it's me, NCR here with another episode of the SunShining podcast. So today I just want to keep it short and sweet. But yeah, today is November 26th. So I don't know where a majority of my podcast listeners are, whether or not they're from the United States or whether they're from Canada. But November 26th is Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. And so, a few weeks ago in October, I was in Canada and did a special Thanksgiving episode up there because in Canada, Thanksgiving is in October. And I rambled on and on in that one about different things. And if you haven't heard that episode of the SunShining podcast or watched it, go back and do that. But today I just wanted to say a few things. I don't want to say too much because one of the biggest things that I really want to do with my podcast is that I just want to help people think. Also, I think these last few weeks I've been kind of busy, and I just don't... Maybe it's that I don't have too much inspiration, maybe that I don't have too much to say, or maybe I've gotten tired of saying anything. So, tired of saying stuff because I've talked too much in the earlier episodes. But my plan for the next few weeks here, because it's only a few weeks here until Christmas, and then we're going to take a short Christmas break, and then I'll come back with a SunShining podcast January 7th, I think is when the next episode is going to come out. Not the next episode, but that's when the first episode in the new year, 2021, is going to come out. But the next few here, it's going to be like three, 4 more episodes. They're just going to be short episodes. Well, I say they're going to be short, but who knows how long I'm going to talk for. And it's just going to be me. I'm going to share little inspirational things, little thoughtful things. And today I just want to talk a little bit about thankfulness. So, me and my family, and if my podcast listeners don't know this, I am the oldest of 8 children, I think. I lost count. Whatever. I'm the oldest of a large family. I have lots of brothers and sisters. And we just got back from having a Thanksgiving meal at my Vietnamese grandmother's place. And so the other day I was searching kind of just for some Thanksgiving quotes or whatever on Google, and I came across this blog, and there was a Vietnamese proverb on one of these blogs, and so I found it. So I was going to share with you like multiple Thanksgiving quotes, but I found this one. I was like, this is just going to be the only one I share with you. So let me read it to you. When eating fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. When eating fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. Just short and sweet there is what the Vietnamese proverb is. I have a few more things here that I'd like to say. For every podcast, I kind of take notes differently. For this podcast episode here, I don't have too much to say, but I took notes using the To-Do List app by Microsoft. And so you can add different steps to your task. So I just wrote out them here in the Microsoft To-Do List app. So if you use the Android phone or Windows, whatever, you probably, I don't know, maybe if you're like me, I love having a to-do list and I love marking things off and getting things done. So I really use the Microsoft To-Do List app a lot. So I should mark off that I said that. I could check it off. Okay, another thing I would like to say in this episode is that gratitude can turn any day into a Thanksgiving day. We all have many things to be thankful for, so let's be thankful. Thankfulness is a choice we have to make, because yes, we have many things to be thankful for, but thankfulness is a choice we have to make because in every situation, we have to choose whether or not we're going to be thankful, whether we're going to be grateful, or whether we're going to be unthankful and ungrateful. And it's a choice we have to make. So check that off. So, like I said, in any situation, you can be either thankful or ungrateful. Which will it be? So I really, like I said, I just want my podcast episodes and my podcast just to help you think. And so I'm not talking much today because I want you just to spend some time. When I did my last special Thanksgiving episode, I encouraged people to just kind of create a list, maybe 3 things every week that you're thankful for. Maybe bump that up, maybe think of 4 or 5 things every week that you're thankful for, and make thankfulness a part of your weekly lifestyle, and all the way till New Year. And New Year, I mean, it's surprising how time flies. I know it's Thanksgiving time. I should not be talking about New Year right now, but I'm just kind of getting into that New Year spirit. I love New Year's resolutions. I'm going to be talking about that and stuff. But make this kind of an end of the year resolution. Just kind of end it in a thankful spirit. But there's many things. One thing I don't personally like to do is I don't like to contribute to all the noise and just all the messages out there. And you're probably hearing like a pile of Thanksgiving messages all on this day, and I'm kind of just contributing into it. But one thing I just want to encourage you to do is maybe, make it more of a thing that's done on Thanksgiving. Make it something that lasts beyond Thanksgiving. Make thankfulness something that lasts beyond Thanksgiving. And make it a part of your lifestyle, and make it kind of an end of the year resolution, and be thankful. Try to like I said, live in a thankful attitude from now until the end of the year. But I know it's Thanksgiving today, but I'm not going to release this episode today because it's Thanksgiving Day. Why should I release a Thanksgiving episode on Thanksgiving Day? I'm going to release it tomorrow on Friday, even though I'm recording it on Thanksgiving Day, because it's something that it's like going to church on Sunday. You hear a message or whatever on Sunday, and then you fail to live it out the rest of the week. No. You hear a message on Sunday, you need to live out, you need to live the Christian life 7 days a week, not just go to church on Sunday, okay, that's it. You need to live the Christian life 7 days a week. That's the same with things like Thanksgiving and other things, not just be thankful on Thanksgiving Day. You need to be thankful your whole life. You can either be thankful or ungrateful. Which will it be? And because I just wanted to keep this episode short, I'm just going to close with reading. And there's a lot of verses in the Bible about being thankful. If you've been using the YouVersion Bible app, you probably noticed this week that there was lots of thankfulness verses and stuff about giving God thanks on the YouVersion Bible app. And if you watch like the daily kind of Devo or whatever on the YouVersion Bible app, you probably heard sermons on there about being thankful. But then all over social media is probably blasted about being thankful and all that. I'm just going to share with you one verse here, and you probably heard it multiple times this week. And let me just get to the verse. Okay. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Psalms 107, verse 1, King James Version. I didn't have to read all that, but that's in my notes here. Okay, I'm going to read the verse again. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endureth forever. Psalms 107, verse 1. I also here, before I end this episode of the SunShining podcast, I just want to share with you a Sun Bible update. I maybe will be doing like a special episode. Not a special episode, but I maybe will be doing an episode of the Sun Bible podcast soon. I don't know. But I've really been spending a lot of time over the last few weeks working on Sun Bible, really beautifying it. And so, yes, what is Sun Bible? It is, it's a beautiful way to read, study, and memorize the Bible. It's King James Version. I've been working on it for about 3 years, 2+ years. And, yeah, I've been talking about it a lot in every episode of the SunShining podcast, so that you could not possibly have got this far in listening to the SunShining podcast and not heard about Sun Bible. But yeah, I've really been working on it a lot. It's available for Linux and Windows and Android. I have it on the Google Play Store. And yeah, I really just beautified it up a little bit over the last few weeks here. There was one more thing I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was. Anyways, that's it for now. Please subscribe to the SunShining podcast wherever you get your podcast. And if you're watching the SunShining podcast on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button. Feel free to comment on this video. Share some things you're thankful for. One thing I started doing a while back and did some today even, and I will be doing a lot over the next few weeks, is one of the many things that I'll be doing over the next few weeks, is I'm going to be recording audio for the Book of Psalms. And I mostly have been using my personal YouTube channel, Non-Resistant Really, to share videos and to share episodes of the SunShining podcast, but I also kind of have a SunShining YouTube channel, and I'm going to be sharing videos with Bible audio. I'm going to be sharing, because normally you don't necessarily share audio on YouTube, but I want to be making videos that have the words from the psalm on pictures. So as you hear me read through the psalms, you'll see pictures with the words on there, and so it'll just be kind of a nice way to share the Bible audio, because I'm not going to necessarily make an audio Bible for the entire Bible, but just for most of the Bible. And I'm sharing it on YouTube, and I'm sharing it on the SunShining channel. So if that's something you're interested in hearing, listening to the Bible in audio form, definitely subscribe to that YouTube channel. And yeah, that's it for today. Stay tuned for more great episodes of the SunShining podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to each and every episode. And remember, take some time. Literally, I encourage you just to, and I haven't shared a powerful message necessarily on how you're supposed to be thankful, but I just encourage you just to take some time, to think for a bit about what you've heard, but take some time in silence. Take some time to be in God's Word. Get into God's Word. If you don't find yourself getting into God's Word very often, I encourage you just to take some time, get into God's Word, get alone with God. Because spending, time with God and quiet time is very, very important. And if you're always, listening to things like the SunShining podcast and always doing something and never finding, a time just to have some peace and quiet, you should do that. You should find some time to think and reflect. And that's what I hope you do. And so I hope you don't just listen to this podcast and then run off and do something else. Or while maybe while you're listening to this, maybe you're multitasking. And multitasking is great. I love to multitask myself. I'm doing so much multitasking all the time. Except, sometimes I'm not multitasking. Like right now, I'm not necessarily multitasking. But I encourage you just to take a break from, not only from multitasking, but just from doing anything. Just take a break. And honestly, we live such busy lives, but take a break, have morning devotions or have evening devotions, whatever works for you, and just read, like I said, it's not an amount that matters. You don't have to read through one chapter of the Bible a day, maybe one verse a day is all you can handle. But just encourage you to get into God's Word. Think about what you've heard here from me at the SunShining podcast, but just think about thankfulness and stuff. Think about some things you're thankful for, create a thankfulness list.